Wednesday, February 14th, market analysis, Stan Ehrlich. I'm going to apologize in advance because I am changing over to NinjaTrader charts today, and I got rushed into this pretty quick because of some announcements this morning. I'm going to be highlighted on one of NinjaTrader's YouTube shows tomorrow by Ryan Krebs, the North American business manager. And it's taken me quite a while to make adjustments on the NinjaTrader charts relative to TradeStation. So here we go. Now, this is the March E-mini, and again, the code is always in the upper left-hand corner. If you care to take a look, ES space E3-24 means March of 24, of course. These are continuation contracts, but they are plotted in the exact March futures contracts until they roll over until the next month. So, and they are all real time, no delays, etc. You guys know I start out with the stock market indexes every day, and today and in the next few days, maybe it'll be a little bit different, but I'll try my best here. You know, we had a big down day yesterday, and as a result, we broke through the lows of about the last 6 days worth of trading, came back somewhat, and closed quite a bit lower. Today, we have a very small doji inside trading range. And the reason, by the way, you're seeing only yellow and white with the occasional red, which is a ER sell signal, making it very easy for you to see these buy and sell signals. The green ones are at the bottom, or should be, of market moves, and buy signals like this one. The body is going to be green. The reds at the tops should be at the tops. I hope at the tops are red. And as time passes, you will see, for instance, the buy signal we got on October 13th of 22, a gigantic bullish engulfing smack dab on the bottom. So what I'd basically like you to do is just on the average, look for red and green around or exactly on highs and lows. That was an exact high right there. So pulling back to today's data, I think we're going to be coming down to approximately 48.40-ish in the E-mini. Next chart. We got the 1 minute, and it says right, so 1 minute right there. And this again is current, up to date, real time. And I put a little label on this particular chart to show you it's 1 minute. It's easily thought to be a daily, but you look at the time frame at the bottom and you realize it's minute by minute. I've always got my custom relative strength index on the bottom like I did on my TradeStation charts, but these are Ninja charts. NinjaTrader is much faster and more skilled, so to speak, at doing a wide variety of things than TradeStation, which has been my love for 35 years, TradeStation. And not that I'm going to abandon it whatsoever, but Ninja's very good, and I'm liking it a lot. So, what do we got? We've got a market that opened this morning, and there's your little vertical line separating the close of yesterday from the beginning of this trading session, which is yesterday afternoon. Explainably sideways, not much activity until this morning when it becomes much more active. So we have bounced back up again a little bit. And again, looking at the daily data chart real quick, and I do not want to do that. I'm going to learn to do that. Okay. We are in a sideways trading range in the middle of yesterday's range. Now, I don't have yet available and to show you the DIA, the Qs, and so on, but the DIA and the spider gapped down yesterday. Now left a gap behind. In most cases, the gap is not closed. A little bit with today's rally high, and a little bit further to go to close the gap, which would be at the low, starting the gap at the low of Monday, beginning of this week, in overbought conditions. So I was expecting a break, which I finally got yesterday, and a darn good one and big one too. I'm a little bit more bearish short term, again, down to probably on the E-mini to about 48, 42-ish in about a week. It might take a couple of weeks, but then I expect the bull market to definitely continue. I am not bearish for any significant length of time whatsoever. Now, the NASDAQ daily data chart, and again, you can look at the symbol in the upper left-hand corner, and then the word next to it is almost always going to be daily, but I may show you shorter term charts for various reasons as we go over different things and over time. This, I think, is going to come down the NASDAQ to about 17,147-ish. Next chart is the bonds. As you can see, we have been in a very long-term bear market, but I am expecting this to be a very big long-term bottom formation, and the key here is to rally above 126, which I think is happening in the next several months. We had some bad economic news, and that's why the market dumped yesterday into new lows for a couple of months. But we're getting close to oversold, not quite. And I expect various support levels, which I haven't yet been able to copy over from TradeStation to Ninja one by one. It's going to take a while to show you. But I'm looking for a little bit more correction than higher levels. And hopefully I'll get a buy signal at the bottom of the break. This is 10-year notes, daily data for all of the charts I'm about to show you now, in the same order that I had in TradeStation. So we'll go through the same series the same way, but I'm sorry I didn't have time to put all the support and resistance levels on and my trend lines and chart formations, etc. This is running the color code, so you will see green, I hope, as frequently as possible on the bottoms with my ER buy signals, and there's another green right here, and reds on top like that one, the high of the whole darn move. And sometimes my greens will not work and they will fail, and sometimes the red ones as well. But most of the time, I think you're going to see them work out pretty well. You just want to see a rally after green. Sometimes they are huge, like this one, and sometimes they're small. And the same thing for red on the downside, of course. Next chart, crude oil. We have a red sell signal right there. We got the top of the market. Oh my God. On this one, June 14th of 22. Lately, not too many signals. I'm obviously neutral to probably a little bearish. We're close to overbought, and we do have a bearish engulfing today, but it's not overbought, so I'm not getting a sell signal today in crude oil. And just a moment. Yeah, fine. Next chart. Natural gas. We're getting oversold. We are oversold, very oversold at a 1241. That's extremely oversold. So I'm expecting this market to turn around and start to rally very soon. I like what I see in terms of the possible bottom. It's not doing it yet. This is new low ground, but in oversold conditions, the odds are pretty strong that we are probably going to have a rally very soon. Now, this is a standard candlestick with red and green on every body, so I don't have the coloring that I like for my ERs on most of these charts at this point because I didn't have time enough for today. Next, heating oil. I am expecting to see lower levels, and let's look closely at this one because yesterday was a bearish engulfing ER sell signal, and we were overbought within the last few days, therefore changing my RSI to a red. And if I had color running on the strategy, price action, it would be a red bar by itself, just like that one, but the others wouldn't be red and green, red and green. The others would be white, making the red stand out. The sell signal is working great. From yesterday's sell signal today, we're almost low and last, down quite a substantial amount. So I'm a happy camper with this one at the moment on heating oil. Looking for significantly lower levels, probably down to the range of 2581-ish. Next is the gold market, gold futures contract. Again, this is a specific exact futures contract. The April So no particular signals here lately, but we're dropping in a new low ground. But unfortunately, oversold conditions allow me to say I expect a little rally short term. Overall market condition, neutral to bearish. Next, silver, also moving into new low ground, but right now we're high and last on silver. So, and I'm getting used to this time frame stuff. Maybe a bit of a rally, but I don't trust it. This market is obviously making lower lows and lower highs over many months. That is the underlying basic definition of a bear trend. Looking for neutral to lower levels very soon. Next is platinum. Again, I'm more specific when I have all my tools in front of me, and it's going to take me hours to do that. Neutral day today, doji inside day, little rally. I don't trust rallies in platinum. I'm looking for lower levels. Next, high-grade copper. Also, looking for lower levels. I'm recovering from a little cold last week. And bearish. Next, high-grade copper. I'm at soybeans. Bear market. New lows. Can't help it. Gotta be bearish. We are below major, no, not quite yet. Approaching previous major lows back in late May, it looks like, of last year. And very close to oversold. So we're probably going to be close to a low here and start to bounce. I wouldn't be selling short. I'd be looking for potential buy signals or reasons to expect a rally. Next chart, soybean oil. Looking for lower levels. So there's a variety of little support areas on the way down. I'll have a mark for you very soon. Neutral to bearish in soybean oil, and basically all of the grains. What do we got here? Meal. Looks like it's about to make new lows since September or October of last year. Looks like the beginning of October. And then major support here around 326. And if that is broken, wow, we could come down for a long period of time on a long-term basis. Well, obviously, I'm intermediate to longer-term bearish. Next, corn. I've said that for a long, long time. And again, corn today is dropped into new lows again. So a lot of these food items, excuse me, particularly greens, have not stopped being in the bear market. Sorry about that. So I continue to be bearish in grain in general. Last one is wheat. Now, wheat is acting a little heavier today, a little more bearish, and starting to make minor new lows for a few weeks. But it could be, as I've alluded to for a few weeks now, making a longer-term major bottom, but I'm not getting the bullish price action I want to start screaming bloody murder if wheat's bottoming out for a long time to come. Instead, I have to be still kind of neutral, and since the longer-term trend is down, although we are down a lot since the beginning of the war, which was right there, that gigantic spike, which, by the way, we did get an ER sell signal on the exact high day back in March, maybe March 8th of 22, give or take a day. So now I have to talk a little bit more bearish about wheat because it's dribbling off into new lows and almost a new low for over a month, but not quite. And we're not oversold either. Looks like it's going to dip down some more. Next chart. We got live cattle. We got a sell signal smack dab on top of the cattle market only 2 days ago. I'll have that on this chart for you as soon as possible. And it's working like crazy. So I'm real happy about that. Got a sell signal on the exact high day 2 days ago on cattle and looking for lower levels. Next, hogs have a pretty significant rally today for some reason, but it doesn't change my mind. We're now almost overbought all of a sudden. So unless it starts to close above the recent high here, I really can't get bullish. I don't have any signals, buy signals or sell signals recently in hogs. So even though there's a sharp rally today, I think it might fizzle out and turn back down again. Neutral momentarily. What about OJ? Well, honest to God, I can't believe it. You guys have been following me. We have a sell signal smack on top of that rally. We have a sell signal smack on top of the highest historic high in OJ ever. We had a new sell signal only just 4 days ago on the top of that rally. 3 in a row at major tops so far. Unbelievably similar type of price action, let alone my signals. Big signal down, down, down. Big signal down, down, down. Wow. They're just identical almost. And that is an ER sell signal up there. Again, I'll have you the signals in the day or so. Next chart is Cocoa. And I've been talking about this topping out because of what I believe to be a blow off top. And I'm expecting to see this market start to really make some downside progress here very, very soon. A little surprised to see it go sideways 2 or 3 days now since that so far. Extremely strong, extremely high RSI levels, which normally causes the market to reverse right away, not going sideways a day and then another day yesterday and then today so far. But if we start to make lower lows, which I think we're about to do, this cocoa market should really drop off very quickly. Next is coffee, and the coffee market falls into some of the same categories I've seen. Resistance above the market is stopping rallies. Lately, support has dropped off and hit some support and bounced back again. So although I'm kind of neutral to a little bit bearish, and today's big downside move at the moment, almost low and last, tends to prove me right. I am looking for a lot lower. A test of these lows, 172 soon. Next is sugar, the sweet. We did not have well, we did, but it wasn't a good sell signal. The highest high, for example, right there. And again, I'll show this to you more obviously in the next couple of days, hopefully tomorrow. New lows, good. I'm neutral to bearish, basically bearish. Looking for a lot lower in sugar. And our last chart is cotton. Right now, high and last for the rally and smack dab at those previous tops going back to September of last year and late September of last year, early and late. So major resistance at this price now. Overbought for the last several days at the moment. Prime target for the beginning of a down move. Don't necessarily go short yet, but if you do, you should have a very, very small risk factor. But you don't see any activity on the downside yet. So I am looking for sell signals and wanting to get a sell signal really badly. And I'm noticing that we actually do have a minor new high on cotton. So if it stays here, I'm going to have to flip-flop my commentary to bullish. But I don't think it's going to. I think it's going to flip-flop back down below these previous highs, which is not particularly a bullish signal. And lastly, back to the E-mini. Trading right now at 49.65, 49.85 and a quarter. You have a great trading day. I'll have more detail, support and resistance, trend lines, etc. on these ninja charts for you tomorrow. And you'll want to listen to the opening call, I believe it's with Ryan Krebs on Ninja Trader tomorrow morning, I believe 9 o'clock Central Standard Time. Thank you, Stan Ehrlich. Have a great trading day.